Okay, so buckle up. Yeah, this deep dive is less of a dip and more like, I don't know.
Cannonballing into a cosmic mosh pit.
That's it. Cannonballing into a cosmic mosh pit with Sunny Jetsun.
You're not kidding.
We've got excerpts from his ebook, Surfing or Suffering Together, Sense Consciousness.
Catchy title.
Right. And intense doesn't even cover it.
Intense is putting it mildly, yeah. Jetson blends philosophy, spirituality, social commentary, and a whole lot of,
Vivid imagery.
yeah, let's just say vivid imagery.
Yeah.
With a fearless, in-your-face style.
It's like Hunter S. Thompson and Deepak Chopra had a baby.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Who really loves psychedelics and isn't afraid to talk about it.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going there.
Oh, yeah, we're going there.
Yeah.
We're talking government conspiracies, meditations on love and death, all sprinkled with pop culture references, and, well, some pretty frank takes on sex and intimacy.
Jetson definitely isn't afraid to push boundaries.
That's an understatement.
That's what makes analyzing his work so fascinating. And a little bit terrifying, to be honest.
So, get ready to explore the mind of a man who sees the divine in a grain of sand and a government conspiracy in a Cheerio.
This is going to be good.
This is Sunny Jetsun, unfiltered and totally off the wall.
You know, one of the first things that struck me about Jetson's writing is his use of surrealism.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like he's painting these wild psychedelic pictures, but with his words.
It's one thing to talk about, deep concepts, but Jetsun throws you headfirst into these bizarre scenarios.
Give me an example.
Like, okay, he talks about riding a psychedelic troika with a high-speed impediment.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Laughing, honestly. I'm not sure anyone knows for sure, but it definitely paints a vivid picture in your mind.
For sure.
And that's what's so brilliant about his style. He uses these surreal images to convey deeper truths, to explore the subconscious mind,
Right.
and to challenge our perceptions of what's possible.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to shake us awake.
Yeah.
To make us question everything we thought we knew about reality.
Like he's saying, hey, what if everything you thought you knew was a lie?
Oh, I like that.
What if reality is way stranger and more wonderful than you ever imagined?
And then he throws in a line about cream chalk clit just to see if you're paying attention.
Well, he's definitely not afraid of being provocative.
At all.
But I think that's part of his genius. He wants to shock us out of our complacency, to make us confront the rawness and complexity of human existence.
It's like he's taken a page out of Hunter S. Thompson's book, using shock value and outrageous imagery to drive home his points.
Totally.
But with Jetsun, there's always this underlying sense of spirituality.
Yes, yes.
This search for meaning and connection that adds another layer of complexity.
Absolutely. He's not just trying to be shocking for the sake of it. He's using these jarring images and strong language to get our attention, to make us think about things in a new way.
And it definitely works. You can't just passively read Jetsun's work. It forces you to engage with it,
For sure.
to wrestle with these uncomfortable truths, and maybe even laugh at the absurdity of it all.
And speaking of uncomfortable truths,
There we go.
let's dive into some of the more controversial aspects of Jetson's work, because he doesn't shy away from topics that make people squirm.
Not at all. He tackles them head on, like a bull in a china shop.
Oh, yeah.
One minute he's slamming the military-industrial complex. The next he's dissecting the pitfalls of capitalism.
It's a whirlwind.
It's a whirlwind of social and political commentary.
And he's not afraid to name names or call out hypocrisy wherever he sees it.
Oh, no. He will name names.
Whether it's governments, corporations, or organized religion, Jetson holds a mirror up to society and forces us to confront the uncomfortable realities we often choose to ignore.
Like when he talks about the Iraq War being massive betrayal,
Yeah.
or how some countries always seem to need a reason
Right.
to use their latest weapon.
It's like he's saying,
What's that?
don't be so quick to believe the official narrative. Question everything. Think for yourselves.
And he doesn't just stop at those in power.
Oh, no.
He turns that critical lens inward,
Yes.
exploring the ways in which we're all complicit
Right.
in these systems of oppression and suffering.
Right. Like when he talks about the, what does he call it? The competitive conditioning program
Yes.
that's ingrained in us.
Oh, from birth.
Yeah, from childhood. This idea that we're constantly being pitted against each other,
February.
always striving for more, bigger, better.
And how that constant desire for more fuels this vicious cycle of consumerism
Wow.
and environmental destruction.
It's like he's saying,
What's that?
hey, we're all part of the problem here, folks.
And that's what makes his work so powerful,
It is.
yet so uncomfortable.
It's true.
He's not just pointing fingers, he's forcing us
Yes.
to confront our own complicity in the systems we claim to oppose.
Exactly.
It's like he's holding up a mirror and saying, this is what we've become. Are we okay with this?
It's a tough question.
It is a tough question.
And for a lot of us, the answer is probably not.
Probably not.
But the question is, what do we do about it?
Right.
And that's where Jetsun's work gets really interesting.
Okay.
He doesn't offer any, easy answers or a specific path to follow.
Yeah, he's not about to give you a 10-step program,
Sure.
enlightenment or anything.
Right.
Instead, he seems to suggest that the first step is waking up,
Yes.
becoming aware of the ways in which we've been conditioned,
Yes.
controlled and manipulated.
Right. He's all about questioning those narratives we've been fed, challenging the systems that keep us trapped,
That's true.
and ultimately taking responsibility for our own lives and our role in creating a better world.
And he doesn't just talk the talk.
He doesn't.
He walks the walk.
Oh, yeah.
Experimenting with psychedelics as a way to explore consciousness and expand his understanding of reality.
And he's incredibly open about those experiences.
He is.
Describing them in vivid, often surreal detail.
Yeah.
It's like he's inviting us along on his own personal journey of self-discovery.
Which can get pretty wild at times.
Which, let's face it, can get pretty wild at times.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about astral projection, communicating with animals, the whole cosmic enchilada.
He goes there.
But what struck me is how he doesn't shy away from the darker aspects of these experiences either.
Yeah, that's important.
He talks about paranoia,
Right.
fear, even the potential dangers of losing yourself in altered states of consciousness.
Exactly. It's like he's saying, hey, this path isn't all rainbows and unicorns. It's intense, it's challenging, and it's not for everyone.
Right.
He's very clear about the risks involved, which I think adds a level of honesty and integrity to his work.
It makes him more relatable, Like, he's not some guru on a mountaintop preaching about enlightenment.
I know, right.
He's down here in the trenches with us,
Exactly.
battling with the same demons, trying to make sense of this crazy thing called life.
Exactly. And that's part of what makes his work so compelling. He's not afraid to be vulnerable, to show his flaws, to admit that he doesn't have all the answers.
Totally.
He's just a guy trying to figure things out,
Yeah.
one psychedelic trip at a time.
Speaking of figuring things out, let's talk about Jetsun's views on spirituality.
Okay.
He seems to draw from a lot of different traditions,
He does.
kind of like a spiritual buffet.
He's definitely not afraid to mix and match. You see elements of Eastern mysticism, Western esotericism, even a dash of quantum physics thrown in for good measure.
Wow, it's a lot.
It is.
It's like he's taking all these different pieces of the puzzle and trying to put them together to create a more holistic understanding of the universe and our place in it.
And that's what's so refreshing about his approach.
I agree.
He's not bound by dogma or rigid belief systems. He's constantly questioning, exploring, and inviting us to do the same.
It's like he's saying, hey, forget about the labels and the doctrines. Let's just focus on what works, what resonates, what helps us to connect with something larger than ourselves.
Exactly. And for Jetsun, that seems to involve a lot of introspection, a lot of self-reflection,
Yes.
and a willingness to confront the darker aspects of ourselves.
Right.
He's a big believer in shadow work, in facing our demons head on.
He talks about the importance of letting go of attachments, of embracing impermanence, of finding freedom in the midst of chaos.
Yes.
It's a pretty radical message,
It is.
but it's also incredibly liberating
It is.
when you really think about it.
Absolutely. He's basically saying, stop clinging to things that are constantly changing. Let go of your need to control everything. Embrace the unknown. That's where you'll find true freedom.
Easier said than done. Right.
Tell me about it.
But I think that's the beauty of Jetsun's work.
What's that?
He's not afraid to challenge us, to push us out of our comfort zones,
Right.
to make us think differently about ourselves and the world around us.
And he does it all with this incredible mix of intelligence, humor, and raw, unfiltered honesty.
Yeah, you never quite know what he's going to say next,
Never.
but you can be sure it's going to be thought-provoking,
It will be.
entertaining, and maybe even a little bit life-changing.
Speaking of thought-provoking, let's talk about Jetsun's views on love and relationships. He's got some pretty unconventional ideas about intimacy and connection.
Unconventional is putting it mildly. He's not afraid to push boundaries and challenge societal norms.
Oh, no, he's not.
Like, remember that line
Which one?
about wishing he had a cream shot clit?
Oh, yeah.
It's shocking, sure.
It is.
But it also makes you think about the absurdity of gender roles and societal expectations.
Absolutely. Jetsun's use of language is deliberate.
It is.
He wants to provoke a reaction to get under our skin and make us question everything, especially when it comes to something as loaded as sexuality.
He seems to be suggesting that true intimacy requires vulnerability,
For sure.
authenticity, and a willingness to let go of control.
And that sometimes means letting go of our preconceived notions about what a relationship should look like.
Right.
And embracing the messy, unpredictable nature of real human connection.
He's definitely not advocating for some kind of free love hippie commune.
No, not at all.
If anything, he seems to acknowledge that relationships are hard work,
They are.
especially in a world that often feels isolating and transactional.
Right. He talks about the importance of finding your tribe, your people,
I like this.
the ones who get you, who challenge you, who support you on your journey.
And he's not afraid to get real about the challenges of maintaining those connections.
Oh, no.
The inevitable ups and downs, the potential for heartbreak and betrayal.
Right. It's real.
He's been there,
Yeah.
and he's not afraid to share those experiences with his readers.
Exactly. He's not offering any easy answers or fairy tale endings. He's presenting a raw, unfiltered view of love and relationships, warts and all.
It's refreshing, honestly, to hear someone talk about these things with such candor without shying away from the complexities.
Absolutely. And it's in those complexities, in that messy, unpredictable space between two people, that Jetsun seems to find the most beauty, the most growth, and the most potential for transformation.
So if we're talking about transformation, we have to talk about Jetsun's views on freedom and liberation.
Okay.
Because for him, those aren't just abstract concepts, are they?
Not at all. For Jetsun, freedom is a state of being, a way of life, a constant process of unlearning and relearning,
It's a journey.
of breaking free from the chains that bind us, both internally and externally.
Right. It's like he's saying, wake up, sheeple. The matrix is real and you're all plugged in. But guess what? You've got the power to unplug yourself, to break free, to create your own reality.
Exactly. He's a big believer in questioning everything, challenging authority, and taking responsibility for our own liberation.
He doesn't believe in waiting for someone else to save us or for the world to change around us.
Nope. You got to do it yourself.
He wants us to be active participants in our own freedom.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about breaking free from external systems of control like governments or corporations, although he's definitely critical of those.
Of course.
It's also about liberating ourselves from our own limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
Our fears, our insecurities, all the things that hold us back from living our fullest, most authentic lives.
And that's where his work gets really practical.
Okay, I like it.
He doesn't just leave us with these lofty ideals of freedom and liberation. He offers concrete tools and practices for cultivating more freedom in our everyday lives.
Like what? Give us the goods. How do we break free from the matrix, Jetsun style?
Well, he talks a lot about the importance of mindfulness and meditation as practices for cultivating self-awareness, calming the mind, and connecting with the deeper sense of peace and presence.
Okay, so meditation, mindfulness, got it.
Got it.
What else?
He also emphasizes the importance of connecting with nature,
Okay.
of spending time in natural settings, of appreciating the beauty and simplicity of the natural world. He sees nature as a powerful teacher, a source of healing and inspiration, a reminder of our interconnectedness with all things.
Makes sense. Nature has a way of putting things in perspective, right?
Right.
It reminds you that you're just a small part of something much bigger than yourself.
Exactly. And that's a powerful antidote to the ego-driven consumerist culture we're often bombarded with.
So meditation, nature, what else is in Jetsun's toolkit for liberation?
He also talks about the importance of creativity and self-expression as ways of tapping into our authentic selves,
Love it.
of exploring new possibilities, and of finding joy and fulfillment in the process of creation.
Okay, so let your freak flag fly, get
Ah.
creative, express yourself.
Exactly.
I like it. Anything else?
He also talks about the importance of connecting with others, of building authentic relationships based on mutual respect, trust, and support. He believes that we're social creatures who thrive in community,
We are.
and that finding our tribe, our people, is essential for living a fulfilling and meaningful life.
That makes sense. We're not meant to go through this life alone.
Right. He encourages us to reach out, to be vulnerable, to let down our guards, and to allow ourselves to be seen and loved for who we truly are, and to practice forgiveness, both of ourselves and others, as a key to releasing the past and moving forward with greater freedom and peace.
So it's about doing the inner work,
It is.
connecting with ourselves and others,
Yes.
finding our people,
Yeah.
and creating a life that's aligned with our values.
That's the ticket.
It's a tall order.
It is.
But it sounds like a recipe for a more meaningful and fulfilling life, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And it's a journey that Jetson invites us to embark on with him, with all its challenges and rewards.
It's like he's saying, hey, this life is a trip, man.
It is a trip.
A wild, messy, beautiful trip. Are you in? And honestly, how can you say no to that?
I'm in.
I'm in too.
It's
Like he's offering you a hit from his cosmic joint and saying this is going to blow your mind, man.
That's one way to put it.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Sunny Jetson's wild and wacky world,
It's been a trip.
what are some of the key takeaways you think listeners should keep in mind?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that Jetson's work is a reminder that there's no right way to approach, well, anything, really.
Life, spirituality.
Yeah, life, spirituality, whatever.
He's all about individuality, right? Finding your own path, even if it means going against the grain.
Exactly. He's a reminder that life is a journey of self-discovery, and it's often messy and unpredictable.
And sometimes even a little bit scary, honestly.
For sure.
It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
Definitely not. But for those who are willing to dive in head first,
Yeah, to confront their shadows, to challenge their beliefs.
and to embrace the unknown, Jetson's work can be incredibly liberating and empowering.
It's like he's saying, hey, this life is yours for the taking.
Don't let anyone tell you who you are.
What you should believe or how you should live.
Go out there and create your own damn reality.
And don't be afraid to be yourself, right?
Quirks and all.
Embrace your weirdness, your darkness, your brilliance.
That's where you'll find your true power.
It's a message that I think we can all get behind.
For sure.
Even if we don't agree with everything Jetson says or does, you know.
Absolutely. And even if his writing style isn't for everyone, you gotta admire his honesty,
Oh, cool.
his courage, and his willingness to just ask the big questions, you know?
Totally. He's a true original, a one-of-a-kind voice in a sea of conformity.
So the next time you're feeling, I don't know, lost or confused.
Or just plain bored with life.
Yeah, pick up some Sunny Jetsun, give it a read.
It might just shake you awake,
It might.
inspire you to live a little more boldly,
A little more authentically.
and a whole lot more on your own terms.
All right, go.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well said.
So, what do you think? Does Sunny Jetson's work resonate with you? Is it brilliant, bonkers, or a bit of both? Head over to our website to share your thoughts and explore more of Jetson's writing. Trust us, this is one deep dive that will stay with you long after the episode ends.